Hello everyone, thank you so much for logging in to our parent workshop. This is all about the transitioning into year 3. So for our workshop today we have 4 different aims. The first one is to identify the KPIs for year 2. So we'll be looking at the reading, writing and maths KPIs. We're then going to discuss the gaps that have been identified through doing our assessments within school. We'd then like to talk about and discuss different ways in which you can support your child at home and then also prep them and identify the KPIs for year 3. In year 2, children are assessed against the Key Stage 1 Teacher Assessment Framework. The frameworks focus on certain key aspects of the course subjects for the specific purpose of statutory end of Key Stage assessment. If you have a look at some of the statements within this framework, it contains qualifiers such as some, many and most, and this is to indicate the extent to which pupils demonstrate the knowledge or skill required. So where qualifiers are used, they have a consistent meaning. So for example, most indicates that the statement is generally met with only occasional errors. Many indicates that the statement is met frequently but not yet consistently. And some indicates that the knowledge or skill is starting to be acquired and is demonstrated correctly on occasion, but is not yet consistent or frequent. Within each course subject there are the 3 standards: working towards the expected standard, working at the expected standard, and then working at greater depth within the expected standard. Within this framework, it contains a number of pupil can statements, and this is to judge that a pupil is working at a standard within the course subjects. Teachers need to have evidence which demonstrates that the pupil meets all of the statements within that standard in order to achieve that. So common exception words are the words in which the English spelling code works in an unusual or uncommon way. They are not words for which phonics doesn't work, but they may be exceptions to spelling rules or words which use a particular combination of letters to represent sound patterns in a rare and unique way. So below is our Year 2 common exception word list. Now these are the words that children just need to try and learn. Now to do this, each child has a copy of this in front of them on their tables at all times. But also every morning within our handwriting, we based our handwriting upon these words. For my end of year assessments, Mrs McClelland and I identified some gaps within the children's learning, and this was retrieval skills. So for example, within the reading paper where it would ask, find and copy one word that means this was something that they struggled with. Also, their spellings, word classes, fractions of an amount, and their times tables. So any and all support that you can give at home would be amazing and would definitely set them up in the right space, ready to start year 3. So there are lots of different ways in which you can support at home. The first is to support your child with all their homework tasks. This obviously brings so many advantages to the child, but also it gives you an insight into what we're learning at within the weeks. Reading, spelling and arithmetic, so doing the times tables, are always good to practice as often as you can. Obviously how you do this is completely up to you, whether it be you read at home or you read in the car ride, you can do your times tables as you're walking along. It's completely up to you how you want to carry these things out. Practice your joined up writing, but also talk to your child about what they have learned at school and what books they are reading. So for example, the character, the plot, their opinion. This is always amazing for the children as it gives them the opportunity to express their opinions, but it also helps you to see where they are within their current understanding of their learning, but also what they're reading in. Teach your children how to tie their laces and do their coats up. And then finally, make sure your child has a good sleep and a healthy breakfast every single morning.